Perfectionism is a personality trait characterized by the tendency to pursue excellence and perfection in everything. Psychologist Hewitt from the University of British Columbia once classified perfectionistic personalities into 3 types. The first type is the self-oriented perfectionist, who sets high standards for themselves and pursues perfection solely for personal reasons. The second type is the other-oriented perfectionist, who sets high standards for others and does not tolerate mistakes from them. The third type is the socially prescribed perfectionist, whose drive for perfection is to meet the expectations of others and always feels under pressure to maintain perfection. Perfectionists have many irrational thoughts in their subconscious, such as "I must do everything perfectly, otherwise I will greatly disappoint," or "these problems are all my fault, I should have anticipated them." Among these 3 types, the self-oriented perfectionist is the most common in daily life. It is a normal mindset not to tolerate imperfections in beautiful things, and for many people, pursuing excellence and perfection is natural. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the need for a sense of completeness is one of the most basic human needs. If a person lacks self-confidence or experiences setbacks in life, their sense of completeness will be damaged. Therefore, to avoid this harm, people strive for perfection. This may be the psychological reason for the emergence of self-oriented perfectionists. Psychologist Burns believes that individuals with perfectionistic personalities usually have several characteristics: attention to detail, demanding rules, lack of flexibility, high standards, emphasis on external presentation, intolerance for mistakes, low self-confidence, pursuit of order and tidiness, self-doubt, and inability to trust others. In fact, in daily life, we can easily observe various behaviors of perfectionists. For example, some people do not allow themselves to be nervous when speaking in public and try to restrain their anxiety when it is their turn to speak, but their nervousness intensifies, creating a vicious cycle. Others do not allow their work to be anything less than perfect, often exhausting themselves and finding that their work is not as good as they imagined. Perfectionism is a double-edged sword with both advantages and disadvantages. On the one hand, it serves as a driving force for individuals to constantly improve themselves. On the other hand, the pursuit of perfection can also become a heavy burden. In today's society with multiple pressures, it is easy for perfectionists to feel overwhelmed and inadequate when faced with reality, leading to impatience, self-doubt, and even a focus on short-term gains. Furthermore, this mindset of pursuing perfection not only causes personal distress for perfectionists but also affects those around them. For example, a perfectionistic supervisor may have the same high standards and expectations for subordinates, creating a tense atmosphere in the office. Parents with perfectionistic tendencies may have extraordinary standards and demands for their children, leading to feelings of inferiority or even a tendency towards withdrawal. A perfectionistic spouse may demand their partner to be perfect in all aspects, excelling at work and being sensitive to their own likes and dislikes. Such high standards often leave the partner feeling at a loss, sowing the seeds of conflict between them. Generally, those who strive to make everything in life perfect are not usually the strong ones. On the contrary, they often shrink back and worry excessively. The key to their pursuit of perfection lies in their fear of imperfections, the fear of disappointing others, and the desire to avoid guilt. In reality, for a person to achieve success, they must learn to accept their imperfect selves. In other words, they must let go of the facade of perfection, forget that self of failure, adjust their mindset, embrace their successful self, and allow their successful self to become more and more successful, growing in confidence. Creating perfection in excess, the executioner of individuality. Many people spend a significant amount of time striving to carve out a flawless version of themselves, often experiencing worry and exhaustion in the process. If you find yourself in this situation, it's crucial to pay attention. Remember, Each person in this world is unique. Creating perfection in excess is the executioner of individuality. In simpler terms, we should not artificially suppress our own personalities in the pursuit of manufacturing perfection. To enhance our adaptability as individuals, it becomes imperative to let go of the facade of perfectionism. So how can we free ourselves from the pressure and shadows that perfection brings into our lives? Here are some effective methods worth trying. 1. Psychologically acknowledge that imperfections are the essence of life. Life is never smooth sailing, and in times of setbacks and lows, self-confidence and optimism are crucial. Abandoning oneself is an act of folly. Learn to view problems from different perspectives. It is precisely because life presents you with frustrating and despairing situations that you exert more effort and appreciate what you have achieved. Unexpected events and soul-crushing failures are just as essential as success in shaping your rich life experiences. Imperfections are the true essence of life. Loosen your standards, relax your demands, allow yourself to have imperfections, and give yourself room for improvement. When you shift from demanding the world to be perfect to accepting an 80 standard, your life becomes more interesting and flexible. 2. Avoid excessive self-demand. Do not be too demanding of yourself. Set a target for your work that is achievable, as long as you feel satisfied with your efforts and soul. Do not overly concern yourself with evaluations from superiors or colleagues. Otherwise, even a slight setback at work might exhaust you mentally and physically. In life, do not adapt every action to please those around you. Sometimes, it's okay to assert your own uniqueness. Remember, if you try to please everyone but neglect yourself, people may perceive you as timid and weak, which brings no benefits. 3. Learn to relax and release inner dissatisfaction. Excessive tension and anxiety negatively affect problem-solving abilities. Life often presents unexpected situations, and during those times, we should learn to relax, regulate our emotions, establish regularity in our lives, ensure adequate sleep, face problems with a refreshed state of mind, and resolve them. Seek solace and help from others to alleviate inner dissatisfaction. Most people derive joy from assisting others, so finding a friend to confide in can bring relief. 4. Sticky note reminders. Place a sticky note with a warning message next to your bathroom mirror or any prominent location. Write on it, "Learn to love everything about yourself." Let it serve as a constant reminder that no one is perfect, and even gold has impurities. Recognize that differences between individuals are merely external manifestations of different qualities, and learn to accept every trait from head to toe. 5. Don't let your perfectionistic tendencies become burdensome. Almost everyone has perfectionistic tendencies to some extent, and there is no need to overly worry about it. Instead, focus on the positive aspects of your perfectionistic nature. For instance, your strict self-discipline, firm will, perseverance, attentiveness to detail, planning, order, and organizational skills. Leveraged correctly, these qualities make you extraordinary and confident enough to face challenges from both work and life, without losing sight of your main objectives.